All right, man, we back. Marcy Sports Talk. We in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And Andre Drummond is not too happy with the Pistons after trading him to the Cleveland Cavaliers earlier today for John Henson, who contract is expiring. Brandon Knight coming back to the D, who contract is expiring, the second round pick. Not because of the compensation. He's upset due to the Pistons didn't give him a heads up, and he found out on Twitter. And also, we're going to talk about Tim Frazier being waved goodbye after bringing on an extra player. They had to make a roster spot. And also, there's talks of Reggie Jackson being bought out by the Detroit Pistons. But let's start off with Andre Drummond. And it's the business. You know what I'm saying? We go to the exact tweet he put out there to basically playing his butt off for Detroit and being loyal to Detroit. Wanted to be in Detroit and then get traded with no heads up. And, you know, that's basketball. You know, you've seen many various times where players, you know, get this same amount of treatment in the social media era, or they get blindsided thinking that they going to get a heads up. And Andre Drummond said, if there's one thing I learned about the NBA, there's no friends or loyalty. I've given my heart and soul to the Pistons and to have this happen. I don't know where he got that from. Happen with no heads up makes me realize even more that this is just a business. I love you, Detroit. All right, and we appreciate everything that Dre did as well for the Detroit Pistons. But it's a business. At the end of the day, you got to remember that what these dudes probably never worked a job before. You know what I'm saying? Never ran a business. Most of these dudes, they probably don't get into real estate or owning businesses to the tail end of their career, if ever. So they're not businessmen. They don't understand to be a billionaire or to work to be a self-made millionaire based in the corporate America, that you got to be shrewd and you got to be cutthroat. All right? Nice men finish last in the world, but nice men finish really bottom of the barrel when it comes to corporate America. All right? And that's what Andre Drummond has to realize. This is a business. And he's seen Tobias come and go. He's seen a lot of guys come and go. Brandon Jennings blow his Achilles out playing well. Got rid of, replaced him with Reggie Jackson. He's seen plenty of dudes come and go. And then today, you only realize it's a business when it come down to you. Then you got a reality check. They don't owe you a heads up. They don't owe you. Knew you was getting traded. You know, when you made those comments this offseason, I can't wait to be a free agent. I'm opting out. Well, you never show them your hand. You don't go out there and publicize, oh, I can't wait to be a free agent. Just say, I can't wait to see what happens. I want to be in Detroit. Maybe I opt in. Maybe I don't opt in. All right? You play it like that, and maybe you still be here. But going out there publicizing and showing your hand, come on, in your effort versus top-tier big men and top players, top teams, you know, the writing's on the wall. They don't owe you nothing. You know what I'm saying? They don't owe you a heads up. Should they have done it as a common courtesy if you and Tom Gore's that cool? Absolutely. I feel what he's saying that. Absolutely, he owed you a common courtesy. You and Tom Gore's supposed to be cool. He drove you around with old girl from Nickelodeon and took you out on a date and all that. But for Drummond, you know, you found out today was the NBA was no loyalty, it's no friendship, it's just business. And that's life. That's life. It's just full of business decisions and business moves. And if you're going to be a successful businessman going forward outside the NBA and do what Vinnie Johnson did and take $5 or $10 million and turn it into $500 million, you got to make a lot of cutthroat decisions. In corporate America, it ain't no friends. And if you doing stuff on a buddy system, I'm telling you, 9.9 times out of 10, you're not going to be successful in business. So that's why businessmen are cold-hearted. They lose wives, they lose children, they lose relationships. You know, they sacrifice to go make them ends. You know, very few people that got both. And when you get to making that money and tasting that success, it's addicting. That power is addictive. All right, but, you know, blessings to him, man. And hopefully, you know, everything turn out well for him going forward. Man, we don't hate Dre. I want the best for him out there. You know, I don't know if he gonna stay in Cleveland, but part of me wonder, you know, if he mad he going to Cleveland. You know, at least he probably thought he would go to a championship level team if he get traded at the trade deadline, the Clippers, the Celtics, or something of that nature. But, you know, without you opting in your last year, it made it impossible to go there. And you know, a lot of people around the league don't feel that Dre is worth a super max contract, and that's what he's looking for. And they feared if they don't give a max contract, somebody will. And they gave up a first-round draft pick for absolutely a half-a-year rental. But if you could tell them if you trade Dre and you get a championship, I think somebody would have pulled the trigger on it. But he learned a valuable lesson today. Lesson 1, never tell the ops or never tell nobody your next move. Shouldn't have publicized opting in, opting out. Should have shut the fuck up. All right, excuse my French. 2, you learned that the NBA is a business. Now, you've been in the league for what, 4, 5, 6 years. It took you that long to see players come and go and think it couldn't happen to you. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And 3, you just learned that your market value ain't as good as you thought it was. So, it is what it is. But Tim Frazier was waived by the Pistons to probably make room for Brandon Knight or John Henson. Both of them came over in a trade for Andre Drummond. Obviously, people got their thoughts about that, saying they got 2 bums. And, of course, both of them bums are expiring contracts to clear the cap off for Andre Drummond to free up around $30 million in the offseason so the Pistons can start their rebuild. But Tim Frazier really never got a shot to consistently show what he could do in Detroit. And even in New Orleans, he had some good games here and there. He consistently never got that shot there as well. So, you know, for Tim Frazier, he been a guy that bounced around. I thought he can do some things. And one of the reasons I thought he could do some things is I didn't really plan on Reggie Jackson being healthy. I didn't really plan on Derrick Rose being as healthy as he has been. So I thought he was gonna get some opportunities to push the ball and get up and down the court with Drummond and Sayoko Diambo and Thon Maker and Christian Woods. And I thought they was gonna have like a mini Lob City going, but he never got that opportunity. I like his game a lot, man. He really could shoot the rock, you know. And Tim Frazier, he really could score, kind of like a, you know, micro bucket getter, man. And, you know, it didn't work out here. I don't know if he gonna go somewhere where he can help out and win a championship or help some young players, but continue to hopefully contribute and give the best he got in the league. He can continue to make a payday in the NBA for him and his family. But, you know, kind of wonder, you know, if he was so expendable, why they didn't keep Joe Johnson on the roster. But, hey, it is what it is. I didn't think they believed that Reggie and Derrick Rose, especially Derrick Rose at this point, will be as healthy as they have been. All right. But, you know, thanks to Tim Frazier for, you know, contributing to the Pistons this season. But this talks about Reggie Jackson being bought out. I'm guessing they tried to trade Reggie Jackson and didn't have no success. So now it's premature talks about Vince Goodwill. I think that's his name. I'll link all this in the description so you can check it out for yourself. In Yahoo Sports, there's premature talks about Reggie Jackson getting bought out. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's the right thing to do. We talked about possibly them buying out Derrick Rose and letting him figure out what he wanted to go. The Pistons are in full rebuild mode, and they should be tanking down the stretch. So they should really be showcasing Jordan Boone, Bruce Brown, Diambo, Thon Maker. You know what I'm saying? They call them Thong Maker in the live chat today. They really should be showcasing those guys. So they really should be looking to lose games, try to get as high in the draft as they can get. Right now they sit at, I think they said number 7 is the projection. And try to get up there real high and get up there in the top 3, possibly try to win the lottery, which the NBA does us no favor in that aspect. But I think it's the right thing to do. I mean, the question is, who really want Reggie Jackson at this point? I think he might have a career over in China, Greece, Australia. But, you know, Reggie is strong. Reggie big. He can defend multiple positions in today's NBA. Point guard, shooting guard, small forward. So he brings some sauce to the team, but he just always hurt. Personality is shit. Never. I mean, out of all the Pistons for years, I never disliked the Pistons more than I disliked Reggie Jackson. Even before he got here, he was utter garbage in Oklahoma City, and I didn't know what Stan Van Gundy saw in him. But I'll be happy to see when he goes. Just buy him out, kick him out the door, and hopefully he never come back to Detroit again. All right. You know, obviously I wish they could have waived Reggie, but that's too much money to wave goodbye to. So we'll see what happens with Reggie Jackson. Hopefully they buy him out right now. They're in the beginning phases of that, and they can start tanking, and we can start looking forward to the offseason with some cap room and some, you know, hopefully a pretty high draft pick. But hey, Motor City Sports Talk, appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, response to your video request. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. And hey, let me know what you guys think about the loyalty with Drummond and the Pistons. What you think about Reggie might be getting bought out. And just keep sharing the videos. One time.